Alright, it's been a while since I've done one of these fresh out the theater reviews. I haven't really had a chance to do them because I haven't seen movies either when they came out or just didn't take my time. But anyways, I got a new one for you, and today is Black Panther. You probably saw from the title. It's really bright out here too. Anyways, if you know me, I'm not a huge fan of Marvel films or superhero films in general. I'm kind of got fatigue over them a couple of years ago, and I'm a fan of them. I'm just not a fanatic. I don't get super excited for them. I wish they did a lot of things better. So that being said, Black Panther might be my favorite Marvel film. I think before that, Civil War was probably on top, or Winter Soldier, one of those two. This one was really good. It was really different. It doesn't even really feel like a Marvel film. Obviously, it has the comic book characters, which I'm not way familiar with either. I didn't read comic books growing up, but I follow the universe, and I know little bits about these characters that come out. This one just felt totally different. It just felt like a different world, but it still felt kind of grounded. So it was still in this world, but there were still new different elements that kind of took you in a different place, which was really cool. Wakanda is awesome. The whole design of it was really amazing, and just a cool mix of kind of the old and the new, just mixing the advanced technology they have and also like the cultural history of Africa. It was really cool. I really liked it. Performances, all around, probably the best performances of any Marvel movie. All of the actors in this did so well, and they had so many high quality actors in all different roles, leading roles, supporting roles. There was just so much talent, and they just all brought their A game. I mean, in some of the Marvel movies before, you have talented actors come in, like Oscar winners and whatnot, but they just don't give their all. They just don't seem like they really care. You can tell everyone really put in their best effort and really cared about the performance that they were doing. So I really appreciated that, and it came off really well for the film. The tone of it I thought was perfect. It was different from Marvel films. And we just came off of Thor Ragnarok, who was filled with a lot of jokes. It was really humorous, which isn't always my favorite thing. It's nice, but and it's enjoyable and it's fun. But I like this one. It was a little heavier, on the heavier side, which is things that I've liked. My more favorite superhero movies are usually ones that feel heavy. They feel like they have stakes. They feel like there's something at risk, or that something's worth fighting for, I guess. And I mean, there were jokes in it, and when there was humor, it worked well. It brought levity, which it needed to do. And I thought it worked well. It was never overdone. It was done in the right amount, and that's what I really appreciate out of it. What's cool is that it had a heavier, darker tone without actually being like a dark palette, like being a dark cinematography. And I think that's the thing that like DC has been troubling to do. They were thinking, oh, dark, heavy tone. They actually need to make it look dark. They need to have dull colors and not be so vibrant. But this was still very vibrant, but still had that hint of that hard, dark, heavy tone. Sorry about that. Which I really liked, which I really thought was cool. Kind of go along with the tone too, or just the storyline. There was like different feels from all these different movies that I liked. Like it felt a little bit like Mission Impossible at times. It felt a little bit like Lord of the Rings at times. It felt a little bit like Fast and the Furious at times, which I really enjoyed because I love those movies. And it was really cool just having a mix of all those all together. The whole Kingdom of Wakanda, the whole storyline of T'Challa, it was a different take on the origin story, which I thought was cool too, because it wasn't really an origin story, but it is. It's following the events just after Civil War, so he's stepping up and becoming king, and he's it's kind of a coming of age story for someone coming into their own right and into their own position, which I thought was really interesting and really take, but it wasn't like the typical origin story where you have to like see him get his powers and go through all of that. so I thought it was really cool. Yeah, just overall, I thought it was great. There's good action scenes. There's still problems with things that I don't like about Marvel movies, and there's still some things that they do here and there. A little CGI heavy, which, not heavy, it wasn't done as much as other films, but when there was CGI, like when there's full CGI sequences, they still bother me and I still notice them, but they were done really well. I can tell when it's CGI, and it just bugs me a little bit. But if it doesn't bug you, then that's great, and you'll love it. But the parts that it did actually have, I feel like, had a surprising amount of real visual practical effects is the word I'm looking for. So that's cool, and I like that. So that's just to wrap it up. Overall, I thought it was great. I loved it. I'd probably give it, just off the bat, I'd probably give it an A-. Probably think about it a little bit more, but no, it was really solid. I really liked it, and really effective film. I mean, the only thing that was keeping it from like going to an A for me is that I just maybe didn't have an emotional reaction coming out of it, which is what tips the scale for most movies going, not even just superhero movies at all, just like making me feel something very strongly after. I liked it. I feel good. I feel happy and excited I watched it, and I think everyone should go enjoy it, especially like superhero films. But it's Marvel just needs to kick it that extra step for me to wow me. And any superhero movie. The only one I can think of lately that's done it is Logan. I don't know if can't remember if I have a review up for that or not, but I think I do. Anyways, that's my fresh, quick take. This actually went pretty long. Black Panther. I recommend it. I recommend seeing it in theaters, and visually it's awesome. Okay, one more thing I gotta talk about. There was some sequences, I'll just call them dream sequences. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, that were beautiful. They were amazing. Like, reminded me of like Life of Pi, very vibrant, very otherworldly, heavenly feeling. I really like those every time those popped up. So, villain. I should talk about the villain, because I always harp on the villains in Marvel. This was a good one. Killmonger's good. I think whenever you don't have a villain that's covered up in makeup or a heavy costume, and you get to see the actors giving their best performance, that it usually ends up being a better villain. So like Loki has always been probably the best villain. I thought Hela was a really good villain too, and I think that Killmonger's up there too. He's one of the best. I'd probably put it above Hela right now. Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger, it was awesome, and I really liked that a lot. So that's it. I will end it there. Go check out Black Panther, and hopefully I have more of these coming by, more reviews, or check out other videos. I do fun stuff. Bye.